Hello, everybody. It's Matt Kern, and I want to just walk you through an event that I just did, and it's the Intersect Virtual Drug Prevention Summit. Now, Intersect is a nonprofit. They're up out of Indiana, and like most people nowadays with COVID and everything that's going on, they had to make a pivot. And Intersect saw some of my online virtual summits that I've done with the Wounded Warrior Umpire Academy. We've done entrepreneurs. We've done, a wellness summit. We've done a Christian summit, the 108 Challenge Summit, which was another drug prevention summit. So we've done some wonderful summits that they were able to see early on that I did. And they approached me and asked me if I would help them do theirs. They normally usually do this as a live event, but unfortunately couldn't this year. So this is the page, and I just kind of want to go over the page that we have on convenecommunities.com. This is Wendy. She really ran the show for Intersect and was a big part of us setting everything up. And they talk about the summit in this section. We had a schedule of events that we ran the day of the virtual summit. And I always do for Virtual Summit, I do speaker highlight videos. This helps us with our advertising and putting things out. They're just short segment videos that really show a highlight of what the speakers are going to offer during the summit. And so you can see some of those. I did a podcast with Carissa and Wendy also on my Convene Connections podcast. And then everybody inside of the summit gets their bio down below, and I'll kind of scroll through and show you those. It was a price of $29, so it is a paid event, and this is important. They paid for the event on the Intersect website, and then we gave them a coupon code for everybody that had paid to go in and join the community, and I'll show you that here in a minute. They were able to get some sponsors as well, and then these are the speakers. Sam Anthony, Amy Ronshausen, Carlton Hall, Jeff Yalden, Daryl Mitchell, and Tim Rutherford. And I also interviewed a youth panel. So now I want to jump over into Convene, and now I want to show you that Intersect now has a community inside of Convene Communities. And I want to show you how this all works. So you can go to their community homepage, and their community homepage really talks about their community, who Intersect is. It's really kind of the inside of what they have as far as their website in Convene. They have 65 members so far inside of this community, and it's growing on the daily. People are just joining. When I go to the dashboard, you'll see that they have two groups in here so far. They have one called Be the Majority. This is about the youth and talking about Be the Majority, because many people don't know, but in alcohol and drug prevention, when you're talking about the younger teens, actually the majority of people are not using. So they have a group called Be the Majority where they do show some videos. They have some great videos and all that. And then you'll see that this is a paid course. 6 speakers were inside of this. So I'll enter the group, and you'll see that, again, the group information page. I put the pre-event recording when I'm talking with Carissa and Wendy there. And then we actually wrapped it up afterwards with a post-event recording that's there. These are the different speakers and what they talked about, as well as the youth panel is also in there. Okay, and so the next thing I will show you is inside of the experiences. Remember, in our groups, we have group announcements, we have all the members, we have discussion boards, so there is some back and forth inside of there. We have experiences, subgroups. They will be adding some subgroups. They don't have them yet, and you can add different syllabi. But let me jump into the experience, because this is kind of open. We don't need to do it in syllabi format where they go in order. And I'll just click on Sam Anthony's just to show you an example. So you'll see here that this is inside of Sam Anthony. So there's the video. There again is his bio. And Sam Anthony was actually sponsored by Great Lakes here, Prevention Technology Transfer Center Network. So they sponsored him, and that was great things. But you'll see that this links out to his website, all right, and his YouTube page. Right, I'll just press play on the video, and I'll kind of not really show you. I'll pause it here, but you can kind of see. A lot of times, it has the Intersect logo on there. It has Sam Anthony, and he's talking there.
In addition to that anxiety, I was very insecure. I was
So that's
insecure
how
about my
that goes. But
braces.
I
My
wanted to
parents didn't
really
have a lot
kind
of
of get
money. I didn't always
into
have the freshest
showing
clothes
you
growing
some
up.
of the other
The girl
things that are inside of this particular group. And that is the 6 continuing education credits that they offered. So when I go to the experience home here, I can show you that everybody that attended this event needed to get continuing education credits. And so how do they do that? Well, they come into the testing center, and I'm going to show you the backside data from that. So inside the testing center, you can see that I can show you that all of the people have taken the test and how many people have passed the test. Now, within that, you can also see the different people that are, I can look at the different people's tests who've taken it. So I can go in and look at the data analytics of each student that has taken it. And that's kind of important if you're in a teaching environment. And then this is the best part to me, but the testing details. In the testing details, it breaks down every question inside of it. To 33 have gotten this question right at 87%, 4 have gotten it wrong and at the age of 13, and 1 has selected the age of 14. That is broken down over here, and it's broken down in a graph. Now, why is this important? I'm going to jump down here to, for example, this question. So when you're talking about adult learning theory and testing, this shows you that this question right here has only been answered 61% correct. Why is that important? Because there's one or two things that have happened here. We wrote a bad question. So we put a bad question that has confused people, and so they're getting it wrong because it's not a great question. Or the other possibility is we didn't cover it in the summit or didn't cover it in our teaching. So that allows you to go back and look at it and say, okay, what did we do right? What did we do wrong? And how can we make either the question better or incorporate that in our teaching next time? And so you'll see that there's a couple other questions that are down in that range here. This is a 71%. If you're getting down around 70% and below, that's really not a good question. Here's a 68%. So you got to go back and look at your data there. Okay, so I want to go back and let me return to the experience home, and I want to show you this one other thing, and this is the survey. So we have surveys within inside of Convene, and I'll just show you this section of Sam Anthony. So people are coming in and they're rating, was it good? Was it bad? Do we like what the person did? And that's great data for the organization itself. And then we have open-ended responses there of people talking about, how good of a job that Sam did. And it was a great presentation. So, and then the last thing, once they've completed both the test and the survey, then they can get their completion certificate for their 6 hours of continuing education units that they receive. So I just wanted to make this quick video to show you how it works. We can take people through a online virtual summit all the way through the education process. This is just one example of how an organization can use this particular platform. So thanks for watching, and reach out if you got any questions.